Okay, order of operations, order of operations. What's the point of this order of operations thing? I don't even know what it is. Calvin?
It's a series of operations that it's like PEDMAS, parentheses, exponents, division,
Okay, so you,
multiplication, addition.
yeah, so you hear ped, mass, bod, mass. That's the same thing, yeah. That means the same thing. We'll come to what it means in a second. Yeah, okay. Would this be a correct spelling? Would that be a correct spelling of that? Those of you who know what this means? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Okay. It's actually right.
Oh yeah, because subtraction and addition are
Okay, first of all, okay. This is alluding, both of these are alluding to an order we do operations. So operations in maths are multiply, add, subtract, divide. They're operations. So there's an order in which we must do them. PEDMAS, BODMAS, the same thing, depending on where you're from, really. I'll stick with PEDMAS. What does the P stand for in PEDMAS? Parentheses. So some people like the term brackets. It's easier to spell anyway, that's for sure. Okay, so if you rather a B and you prefer the word brackets, we'll go with that. So we go with BEDMAS actually. So I'll go with brackets. It suggests that we do brackets first. E is a tricky one, or O. Oh, he's very fast. Exponents. What's an exponent? Give me an example.
It's like a number on top of a number.
A number on top of a number. A number on top of a number. Is that right? No, not really, no. Exponent is a repeated multiplication. So it's 2 times 2 times 2 can be rewritten 2 to the power of 3. That's an exponent. It's called this little power up here. It's an exponent. So when I multiply something 3 times, instead of writing this long sentence out, I can just shorten that down to saying 2 to the power of 3. So that's an exponent. That's an example. 2 to the power of 3. This is an exponent. Now it gets a little bit easier to figure out what the letters are for. Everybody, division, everybody, multiplication, add, and subtract. Okay. Why did I say this could be spelled differently? The E could be an O. What does the O stand for? Operation? No? No, I mean, it stands for of. To the power of. So we sometimes suggest that 2 with this little 3 is 2 to the power of 3 instead of exponents. And of is an easier thing to spell than exponents for some of us. Okay, so that's of. Division and multiplication. Why did I say that you could spell it this way, where the division and multiplication have been switched?
Because division and multiplication and addition and subtraction both have the same value, but multiplication and division are higher than subtraction and addition.
Okay, yes. So these two could be switched, whichever order comes first. So if multiplication comes before division, we do it first. And when I say first, what do I mean first? Morning. Just sign in. Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay, so whichever comes first. I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, what do I mean by whichever comes first? Like comes first where? Okay, which is further first? Do we start at the left or the right? Left. So I start here, and then I go that way. No, same way you read English. Yeah. Start on the left and go to the right. Okay. And the same for this one, whichever comes first. Now, why do we need it? Like, what's the point? Nilu? Okay, so have a good system, yeah. System in maths is usually called something like an algorithm. This is an algorithm. This is the order we do things in. Yeah.
If you don't use like BEDMAS or BODMAS or etc., the answer will be wrong.
Why?
Because if you do,
Like, what's to say the other answer is not the right one? Let's shorten it. Let's shorten this down. Let's remove this last bit. We'll do the rest of it in a second. What's to say, why is it wrong to do 18 times 4 next? Like, it's illogical to go left to right and just do that subtraction first, but we saw in this order we should do subtraction. That's right down here at the end. We definitely should do any multiplication and division first. So why is it wrong to do it this way? Yeah.
We'll get a different answer.
You'll definitely get a different answer, but why is this one the wrong answer and the other one is the right answer? Yeah. Yeah, but why is this one the wrong one? Yeah, so you work this out, you get, 18 times 4, what is it? Quick maths.
32.
No. No.
2. Yes.
72, yes. Very good. Okay, 72. How do I know I'm wrong? Why do I know I'm wrong?
Because it's not correct.
Yeah, well, you're going back to the fact that you've just been told to do it in this order, but why? Harry?
Well, since 3 times 4, or the multiplication has to go first,
Mm.
you'd have to like do minus the multiplication that has been already done.
Okay. So, yeah, I think I see where you're coming from. We gotta think back to what multiplication is. What is multiplication? It's timesing, yeah. What is it? It's a short way of doing what? Short way of doing what? Adding, yeah. It's a short way of adding, isn't it? It's a shortened form of adding. The same way to the power. When we do 2 to the power of 3, that's a shortened form of multiplication. And that in itself is a shortened form of adding. So adding, this is an addition, really. If you bring it back to its base value, it's an addition. So that's, how can I write this as an addition?
4 plus 4 plus 4.
4 plus 4. Okay? It's like translating it into addition. Now, would you ever get 72 as an answer to this problem? No. No. So when you bring the sum back down to its base values, its single numerical values, this is what it is. And there's no argument that you ever should say the answer to this could ever be 72. So when you bring it back down to its base values, now these, from here up, are shortening down processes to write it easier. Shorten everything down. So that's why we do this order, because we have shortened things down to make it easier to write. And everything is just adding and subtracting, really, when you come to it in this term. We've shortened it down. Can we write 2 cubed as an addition? Okay. Can you write this as an addition?
Yes.
How do I write that as an addition?
2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2.
How many plus 2s?
6.
6? 6 2s. What's the answers to this? Okay, we know it's 8. So this is what? 2 plus 2, but that is also doubled. So if I did 2 of those 2 plus 2s, that's 2 plus, oops, I'll do that again. 2 of those 2 plus 2s, that's equal to 8. So this 2 cubed can come down to addition as well. Okay. Confusion? Maybe. Okay, let's look at the original problem. I've forgotten what I wrote. 21 minus 3 times 4. Oh, yes, minus plus 6 divided by 2. Okay. So I come to one of these problems now. I'm armed with my order of operations. What should I do here first?
3 times 4.
Oh, we're all on the 3 times 4. Why don't I do this first?
Because it's closer to itself.
Yeah, okay. So I do the multiplication before the division because whichever comes first. I do this first. So what I would do is I'd rewrite in my working out. And I go 3 times 4 is 12. And then I add, and now I can do this. I can get an answer to that. 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now, which do I do first, the subtraction or the addition? Okay, I'm going left to right again. Whichever comes first with subtraction and addition. This one, 21 minus 12 is 9. I can add the 3 if I want now. You could probably just write 12 here, most of you guys. And that's 12. Okay? So you've done this before, but hopefully now you know a little bit more about the reason behind it. Let's do another example. I'll do this one a little bit quicker. Which one I was going to do next? This one. Okay, 3 plus 4. Maybe put this example in your book if you haven't put one already. Multiplied by 2. And then afterwards, I'm going to add 10 divided by 5. Okay, I'm going to do this as a second example question. I'm armed with my order. Make sure you have the order, which we'll call BEDMAS. Okay. What do I do first? Well, I go through my order and I see if there's any brackets, I do anything inside those brackets first. So anything inside those brackets, there's 2 brackets. Which one do I do first? The one on the left. Yes, the left one. Okay, so 3 plus 4 is 12. Oh, 7. Monday morning. It's 3 times 4. 7, and that will end up being multiplied by 2, plus, and then I do this second brackets. Next, 10 divided by 5 is 2. Next operation, I definitely wouldn't add the 2 plus 2, because I got to do any multiplication first, because there's actually 7 2's added together here. So that's 14 plus 2, and then you can write it 16. Now, when you're doing this work in your book later on, I want to see at least one line of working out. So get from here to here, and then you can write the answer, that's fine. I just want to see that you've done the first step. Why is that? That's not. It's in case you make a mistake, I can see where you've gone right or wrong. And when it comes to exams, I will give you attempt marks if you get it semi-right. But if you just write the answer and it's wrong, you get no marks. So if you did some working out and you did some steps in the right direction, I'll give you attempt marks. So if there's 3 marks for a question, 2 of them will be given for your attempts or your methods. So if you've done the methods right and your answer is wrong, you might get 2 out of 3, which is 67%. Not bad. Okay. Let's do a Kahoot. Okay, so get your devices out.